What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how I built my SMMA to $191,000 a month, and I absolutely love the business, and how I set myself up to love the business, right? Because there's probably a lot of friends or even maybe family members, or just all the people in the space absolutely hate their business because they're working 18 hours a day. Their team members suck, their clients are bitching and moaning, complaining about your service, and so on and so forth, right? And I've been there, right? And it absolutely sucks. There's a few things, or a couple things actually, that I did to, sorry, I'm just walking down here while I'm making this video. Altitude's a little high, so I'm losing my breath. But the two things that I did, which I'm going to go ahead and go on a Google document and go more in depth on this, but the two things that I did was, one, I had an easy yes to offer. So I made it very easy for clients to say yes to me. And then two, I hired badass team members to remove my time, right? And now I'm in a place right now in Guatemala, right? I know it's kind of random, but my Airbnb's up here. I'm about to go walk on the dock. So yeah, it's a beautiful place, right? And I haven't even had Wi-Fi half the time here. And I'm making, 4 or 5 grand a day just for myself, right? And those are the two things I did, right? Was to make it super easy for people to say yes to me, and having an easy, and two, hiring badass team members, right? So I'm going to go in depth, share my screen, and I want to make this very, you have to do this, right? If you want to love your SMMA. But if you already love your SMMA, then you just click off this video and keep doing what you're doing. But if you hate your business like I have, then you probably want to watch this video, right? So I'm going to go in depth, share my screen, and we'll talk soon. What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how I built let's zoom this in, a $191,000 a month SMMA that I absolutely love. So before I dive into that, always want to start off by showing proof and not some screenshots or any bullshit like that, like a real, recording of my Stripe account. So this is my company, Close AI. You can see from October 1st to November 1st, we did $195,000, but we did have to give some refunds. So we did only net $184,800, and we had some other stuff. So I guess it's in between 184 and 195. So give or take, same thing, right? So we don't share screenshots. We're actually doing these numbers. I'll go ahead and refresh this as well. So month to date, November 1st to November 8th, we've done $32,000 net, and then $37,000 in gross, right? We're just now selling leads this morning, so there will be more payments coming through. We probably won't hit 191,000 or 185 this month, part of the agency model. But anyways, just want to always share that, share proof that I'm actually doing these numbers, right? So number one, in order to build a business that you love, where you're not working and, you're in a place, I'll kind of show you guys again, literally no Wi-Fi. If you can see here on the top right of my screen, I'm literally connected to my hotspot. There's no Wi-Fi here. There's a little dog right here. It's pretty funny. But in order to do this, right, and not have Wi-Fi, make, 3, 4, 5K a day for yourself, you have to hire badass team members, right? If it wasn't for my team, hire badass team members. Wasn't for my team, I would not be able to do this. I would not have a successful business without my team members. Everything, I credit almost all of my success towards them, right? And this is a team that is going to be with me till the day I stop running a business, right? So you get to hire badass team members, right? In order to hire badass team members, you have to do outreach to platforms like Upwork, platforms like Facebook groups, onlinejobs.ph, LinkedIn ads. Like, you have to treat finding team members like finding clients. The more outreach you do, the better clients you're going to find. Therefore, the better team members you're going to find. And don't be in a rush, guys. Don't be in a rush. You don't want to build a business with terrible team members that show up late to work. They're complaining that they're sick, all this and all that, right? You want to make sure you find people that you trust. And there's not really a way to distinguish that other than just having that gut feeling that they're going to be good team members, right? That's all I did, right? And I didn't. That's why I didn't scale for a while, is because I didn't have team members I trusted to scale, right? Like, how am I going to bring on all these clients and then be able to communicate with them and do sales, do this, do that? Like, I wasn't in an area, right? And you can only go so far. Oh, there's a fly. To 10K a month, right? By 10K a month, you're probably doing everything in the business. So in order to scale, you have to hire team members, right? So you have to hire badass team members by doing a bunch of job posting on all those platforms I just named, right? And then 2, you have to have an easy yes to offer, right? So easy yes to offer, right? I'm preaching this like no tomorrow. Like, stop selling PIFs, guarantees and all this sort of stuff. Because as soon as you get a PIF, yeah, it feels good, but then you're going to have to worry about getting the next client, right? And the next client, you got to start building that reoccurring revenue, right? So what I like to do is pay per lead, right? I just absolutely love this business. Like, I know today we're going to sell 60 leads at $75 a piece, which is kind of a slow day for us. Now it's a slow day, but it's also great income. And I don't have the stress to, find another client, pay more in ads. Like, with the easy yes to offer, I always have a consistent stream of clients coming through ready to buy leads from me, right? And I can sleep at night knowing, like, hey, let's say even if we sold, let's say we did $3,000 in leads, which is a very, very crappy day for us. Like, I'm still going to net $1,500 for myself, right? I don't need to be making $100,000 a month for myself. Like, $1,500 a day, like, life is amazing. You know what I mean? So you have to hire badass. So let me go back to hiring the badass team members, right? So like I said, I think in my other video, I kind of broke down, there's like 7 key parts to an agency. So 1, you have find leads, right? Find leads, set appointments. And don't get this twisted, right? In the beginning, guys, like, you're going to have to work, 15, 16-hour days, right? But you work 15, 16-hour days to see an outcome of not working 15, 16-hour days, right? So find leads, you set appointments, you close appointments, right? The model is very, very simple. Onboard clients, let me remove this, onboard clients, fulfill for clients, and then client communication, right? With client communication / retention, right? Very, very simple model, right? It's very hard in the beginning, but once you understand this, it's very easy, right? So when do you hire? When you find leads, right? So finding leads is like scraping on Google, Zillow.com to find realtors, whatever, you got to find leads. Once you know how to do that, you hire, right? Then once you know how to set appointments through, I scaled my SMMA all the way to 125K a month just doing outbound cold calling and cold SMS, right? That's all I did, right, to scale, right? So you don't need to run ads at all. So once you know how to set appointments predictably, right, you hire, right? And then once you know how to close appointments predictably, like, you have this, the close appointments, like, guys, I hate sales, right? If you're a good sales guy, charge retainers, 4 or 5K retainers, but be my guest. But, like, I hate sales. The market's very sophisticated. We're in a trust recession. People don't trust you with your money, guys. They don't trust you with their money. I'm at this level. We have case studies, testimonials, client references. They still don't trust us to put $1 down their credit card, right? So I couldn't imagine trying to close, 4 or 5K a month retainers, right? So you have to close appointments, right? So you have to have an easy yes to offer, right? To build trust, right? A couple examples, right? Free trials, test drives. So free trials, like, hey, don't pay me anything. We'll set you appointments for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll talk about what the pricing looks like afterwards. Cool? Yeah, sounds good. I don't have to pay anything up front. Cool. Free trial, get them in the door, right? I don't like that because the sales process is so long. 2, you have a test drive offer, which is similar to a free trial. It's like, hey, our retainer is usually $2K, but first month with us is $500. You know what I mean? Test drive, right? 3, my favorite, because it's pay per lead, right? The best thing about pay per lead is that you could scale with the client. Your product is very productized, right? Your service is productized, so everyone gets the same fulfillment. And if they want more leads, you scale with them. Whereas, like, if you're running, like, paid ads, for example, you're running Facebook ads for your client and they pay you a $2,000 a month retainer and they're like, hey, I want more leads. They're just going to scale your ad budget and not your leads, right? So let's say they're paying $500 a month on ads and they're a big client and you're charging them $2,000 and they're like, hey, I want more leads. I want to put in $5,000. That's going to Mark Zuckerberg, not you. Whereas my business, if they want more leads, like we have clients who are taking 10 leads a day, $750 a day, that's coming to me, right? Obviously not all profit because I have other expenses, but 60-70% of that's coming to me, whereas that's going to Mark Zuckerberg, right? So that's why I love the pay per lead model. And then you can charge, and then you end up making, like on smaller clients, you end up making $1,500 at the end of the month, right? And we charge $75 for every lead we send them. We don't bill them weekly, we charge them daily, right? So that was a little bit tangent, but you have to have an easy yes to offer, right? Another way, if you wanted to charge retainers and PIFs, you got to have content before they show up, and not just some ad to a VSL to a booking page, right? Like you got to have content, testimonials on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the whole shebang, right? But I freaking hate doing that. You know what I mean? So I just like to make it super easy, right? And then once you have a predictable way to close appointments, you then get a closer and teach them everything you've done, right? So you hire once you know you're closing at 30%, right? And I'd honestly, the closer is the last thing to hire. Wouldn't hire that until you're at 25 to 30K a month, right? Onboard clients, right? Once you have a predictable way to onboard clients, hire CSM, right? Then once you know how to fulfill for clients, you hire, if you're doing, Facebook ads and you're doing pay per lead, hire a media buyer, right? But you have to understand, you have to know every single piece of your business before you hire. You're not just being like, okay, I'm starting SMMA, let me get a closer, let me get a setter, let me get a media buyer, let me get a CSM, and then just throw them, just to have them do it. It doesn't work like that. You need to know every part of your business, right? CSM does this, right? Boom. And then that's it, guys. You just hire when it hurts, and you hire when you know how to do it, and you hire when it's predictable. When you know how to find leads very predictably, stop scraping yourself. Hire a $3 an hour VA. Again, this is investing. It gets expensive, but it's the only way you're going to be able to scale to these numbers, right? Your profit margins may go from, if you're at 10K a month, to 80%, and then you go hire and do 15K a month next month, but now you're at, 50%. You know what I mean? You're like, shit, I'm making less money, but you have to do that because you're going to hit a wall if you don't hire, right? You have to hire so, you can be on vacation with no Wi-Fi to your name and still make money. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my tangent, guys. I know I've made videos like this in the past, but I really just want to just like pound in your head that you need to have an easy yes to offer, and don't be afraid to hire team members, guys. That's a thing that's going to enable you to scale. It's like investing into yourself, right? You're investing into your business, right? Don't be greedy. Like, don't be, complacent, right? A 10K a month, you can make 10K a month doing everything yourself, but you're going to be working 10 hours a day, right? Now you're just an employee to your business, and it sucks, right? So hire, right? And you have to do that in the beginning, right? You're not going to just build it, like I said, build this magical agency that, just works on itself, right? This took a long time, what I did, guys. Like, this took me, I mean, it could be faster for you if I knew this ahead of time, but this took me 2 years, right? I mean, I was busting my ass, and now I don't have to bust my ass anymore, like at all, you know? But yeah, that's a little bit of a tangent, guys. If you guys want my one-on-one help, you can DM me on Instagram at _JacobRay. Just DM me one-on-one. We can see if I can even help you in the first place. And then 2, I only have, I think, like 2 or 3 more spots because it's all one-on-one. I don't do courses or group calls. It's all one-on-one calls. So I think I only have like 2 or 3 more spots left. So if you guys want my help to building out a pay-per-lead system inside your business or whatever you guys need help with, I think I can help potentially. I won't know until we have a conversation. So yeah, just hit me up on Instagram if you guys need my help. And I appreciate you guys watching this video, and let me know what you guys want me to make in the future. I know I took a couple weeks off making content, but I'll be sure to be posting, some of my tips and tricks and stuff like that. So yeah, appreciate you guys' time. We'll talk soon. Peace.